morning, guys. It's Lori from PassionatePennyPincher.com, and today we are doing something different. I dropped off my kiddo at school, and I'm going to tell you, well, all my kids, and dropped off one at college yesterday, and I'm going to talk to you today about why I'm not all that sad about that. I also want to tell you that if you will click the link in the video, if you struggle with your wardrobe and feel like you don't know what to wear, if you're a mom out there who's just getting her life back together and you're like, oh my goodness, how do I feel like a normal self? Click the link in the video and sign up for this free closet frustration to functional challenge. It's right there. Click the link in the video to check it out. It's a free challenge. It'll be awesome. Good morning, guys. As you're hopping on, okay, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to try not to cry today. That is my goal, is not to cry. But we'll see how it goes. I'm going to tell you why I'm sad but not sad, if that makes sense. And I also want to ask you, hey, Stacy. Hey, Stacy, thank you for your sweet message yesterday. I really appreciated it. Hi, Diane. Hi, Heather. Okay, guys, here's what I need to hear from you today. I want to hear, for those of you guys, first of all, if you have kids, tell me what your ages your kids are and what grades maybe they're going to. And tell me what is your one prayer. If you could do one prayer for your child this year at school, what would your one prayer be? I'll share with you all mine. I'll also tell you why I'm not really sad. I'm just weepy, but I'm not sad. So if you're curious, tell me what your prayers are for your kids. And I'm going to tell you my specific prayers for my kids this morning. And y'all, I am being specific because I pray specific things for them because they need specific stuff. So I have 3 kids. My oldest started college at Ohio State. He's a freshman at Ohio State. I dropped him off yesterday. My prayer for him is that he makes really good choices this year because I know he's going into a world way different than our house, and I just pray that he survives. Number 2, very specific, y'all. This is a really specific one. For my kids, my girls that are still in middle and elementary school, give me a heart or like on this. I am praying specifically, y'all, that they have a friend at lunch and PE. Because if you have, how many of you guys remember being in middle school or high school and you could survive anything if you had a friend in the lunchroom and a friend at PE? Like anything else, you could go into math class and not know anybody. You could go into science and not know anybody. You didn't have to pretend to have a friend anywhere else. But good gravy, if you did not have a friend in the cafeteria, if you had to go sit down by the table, any of you guys give me a heart if maybe one of you were like me and maybe didn't always have a friend to sit with at the cafeteria. If you struggle and you know your kids with that, I am praying a friend for them. I am praying specifically a friend for my 10th grader, mostly because she has been in a weird situation where she's been bebopped the way our schools have redistricted. She has had new groups of kids every year for the last 4 years, and we had just moved here, so it's been kind of yucky. So I'm praying for one amazing friend for her this year, and then I'm praying the same for my daughter just to find her place. So yeah, apparently I'm not the only one. Cafeteria is the prayer. Then I'm going to tell you why I'm not as sad as I should be. And guys, if you're hopping on late, click the link in that video for a wardrobe challenge if you'd like to join me and my friend who is doing this amazing, it's Adore Your Wardrobe, it's awesome. Click the link in the video. So this was my boy's t-shirt. This was his t-shirt. This is going to make me cry. I'm not going to cry, y'all. I have tissues, but I'm not going to cry. This was his cute t-shirt that I have saved. It was given to us. It was a hand-me-down t-shirt, and he wore it every darn day. Every day. Do y'all see how cute it is? He wore it every darn day for like at least a year. I mean, I thought it was the cutest t-shirt ever. We hardly had any money. And so I loved this little gray t-shirt he wore with little denim shorts. And one day he sat there, y'all, in this t-shirt, and he refused. He wore it for 2 weeks straight and would not take off the t-shirt. Have any of you guys had a child who was like, I am wearing this shirt no matter what you say, mama? Every day this child wore this t-shirt. One day I finally said, we have to change the t-shirt. It's disgusting. Like, it's disgusting. And we need to change the t-shirt. And bless him, he fell asleep in his bedroom. I said, he was 2. I said, we are not leaving this house until you change this t-shirt. I mean, I had things to do. I did not need to be sitting home. That boy, he fell asleep as a 2-year-old literally, he fell asleep for 2 hours, did not wake up, refused to take off the t-shirt. So this is my precious t-shirt. I don't hoard much stuff, but I will hold this t-shirt until the child dies, until I die. This t-shirt is sticking around. Anyways, so here's why this is going to make me weepy. Y'all, I'm not going to be weepy. I'm not going to be weepy. Whew. So here's why I'm okay with the fact that this boy left yesterday. First of all, he has my heart. Oh, y'all, I don't want to cry. But the other night we were texting one another. I texted him like at, oh gosh, it was like 11:30 the night before he left. and I said something. I was texting about silly stuff. Like I was in bed and he was in bed. He shouldn't have a phone in bed. I don't think kids should have phones in bed. It's horrible. But I knew he did have the phone in the bed because he had just gotten in. He had literally just walked in at 11:30, given me a hug, said, "I love you, Mama." And then he went to bed, and I texted him something, and I can't even remember what I texted him. I can't even remember. Now, why can't I remember what I texted him? Oh, I said, "Oh, sweetie, I remember when you were little, and every night before he'd go to bed, he would say his prayers, and he would say, bless Elaine and Ethan and our president, Lord, and our soldiers." Didn't matter who the president was. We always pray for the president. Doesn't matter who they are. They need to be blessed. Pray for our president. God bless our president and our soldiers, Lord. Amen. And that's what he said every single night. And I said, "I remember you saying that every single night as you went to bed." And he said, and he texted me something else back. And he said, "I love you, Mama. You really are my favorite." And something else. And I thought, I did not grow up necessarily in the same kind of house. When I left for college, it was not a happy experience. It was kind of a hard thing. And so to raise a boy who still knows his mama is his favorite, who gave me 8 million amazing hugs yesterday and just was precious, to raise a boy who still loves his mama. Like, I have won the lottery. As a kid who didn't come up expecting that or have necessarily that background, like, if I could have written out the scenario for how college would look for him, for how yesterday would have looked for him, for how his choice would look, for how our family would look, if I could have written as a little kid who struggled in her family and didn't have this kind of like, if I could have written it down, y'all, I would have written exactly what God gave me. Like I would have written exactly what God handed me, right? I mean, it is just, it's amazing. It's the coolest thing ever. And so I'm sad, but I'm also super excited. Now, when my baby Reagan goes off to college, y'all, I won't even be able to do a Facebook Live. Facebook probably won't be here in 7 years. We'll be all on some other kind of crazy thing we haven't heard of yet. I will be a mess. But I am so thankful because I got exactly the life I dreamed of, you know? Like, God handed me exactly what I dreamed of, and I love that. Yeah, I'm crying too. It is so, I encourage you, if you've got kids who are littler, y'all, pray that. Like, decide what you want your future to look like. And gosh, God is so generous. And when we dropped him off at college, I have to tell you, he's going to a Young Life house, and it is disgusting, y'all. This Young Life house he is living in is nasty. Like, it is filthy, dirty, old house. And he is used to a nice, clean, little happy life out here. But I sat there and I scrubbed the toilets. I scrubbed the, oh my gosh, their refrigerator was disgusting, and I scrubbed it all day long, and he was so thankful. He said, "Mom, can you just come down once a month and clean?" And I handed him some Lysol wipes and said, "Buddy, you can clean once a month, once a week preferably." But and so I was grossing out by this building of the house, but there were Bible verses. The boys had written Bible verses throughout the room, and I thought, here he is in the middle of a massive university with like 70,000 kids. Most kids are not Jesus kids. And the fact that he's in a house full of a bunch of boys who are writing Bible verses who don't know how to clean a toilet, but that's okay. It's an amazing gift. So I am so stinking thankful for that. He is just, I'm really, really thankful. There's something else important I was going to tell you. Oh, I had somebody ask me yesterday how I raise good kids. And guys, I will tell you, the jury is still out. Like, these kids could be a hot mess. I am not lying. Like, who knows what they're going to do? Who knows what they've already done? They probably have done things that I don't know about that aren't what I would ask for beautiful. But the best gift, I was trying to think, I was watching my kids yesterday, and my youngest came home from school, and she was so cute. She walked in the door, and she said, "Mama, I've got to make chocolate chip cookies for the kids at the bus stop." Now, she's just started middle school, so this is her first day at that. The middle school bus drops at 3, the elementaries are at 4, and so she was like, "I got to drop off some, I got to make cookies." And I was like, "Why do you have to make cookies for them?" She was like, "I have to make cookies to take to the elementary school kids." And I said, "Okay." And I started thinking, guess why she had to make cookies for the elementary school kids? Because her big sister, Caroline, always on the first day of school would go and bake a batch of cookies and take them down to the bus stop to Reagan and her friends. So I was thinking, okay, so what is she doing? She's mimicking what she has seen. If your kids they mimic what they watch. So the reason Caroline made cookies for people was because she knew that I used to go out and I would make cookies. I don't make cookies for people anymore. I hardly ever make cookies for anybody because then I'll eat them. So I don't make many cookies. But she knows because she watched what we do, that we make cookies for people we care about. And so that's kind of been a thing. And so I was thinking yesterday, I thought, I don't think I parent that well today. Like, I think I'm kind of a crummy mom. As of 2018, I blog a lot, I work a lot, I'm not a great mom. But during those first few years, I was really good at my job. Like, I did momming, all in amazingness. But I think that our kids have watched what we've done, and this is what they've watched us be hard workers. We never ever have to tell them to say thank you to anyone. But if we're out in public, if we're at a restaurant and a waiter serves us, we always say thank you. We're just crazy polite. Like, we're that family that'll say thank you 8 million times because those people are serving us. I realized yesterday, I was like, our kids, it is more, caught than taught. They are watching what we do. So if you're not sure how to raise your kids, if you want your kids to have a clean house, keep a clean house. If you want your kids to do their laundry, do your laundry. If you want your kids to work out yourself. If you want your kids to be hard workers, be a hard worker yourself. They are watching you like hawks. They are watching every single thing you do. If you want them to be polite, be polite. One place that I've totally screwed this up on, a mess, is I am not as good about being uplifting and encouraging to my husband. That hurts to say out loud, and so I'm working on that one, but they totally learn what we do. And so if I can model for them good stuff, I feel like I really just had to model it for the big kids, and now they've modeled it on. So what you do in moderation, your kids will do in excess. Oh, Kelly, that is a word. Did y'all hear that? I'm going to say that again. Kelly, that was a great thing. What you do in moderation, your children will do in excess. It goes good with good things or bad things. I have never heard that, but I think there is some serious truth in that. They watch what we do. And don't talk about yourself, Diane. They see that too. So anyways, that's kind of where we're at today. I'll answer any questions y'all have, or we can just chit-chat now for a little bit. But I'm okay. I'm sad that he's gone. It helps so much because he's 20 minutes down the road. So yesterday he texted me like 13 times. He texted me. I was not going to text him first. I was like, I'm going to let that be on him. But you clean. Okay, somebody says you clean your house, but your kids don't. Jill, I don't know what your ages of your kids are. They will grow out of that. I promise. If they see their room tidy, now it's not perfect, but like when my kids see me declutter, they declutter. It doesn't work, so it doesn't happen like right away. So don't think that if you clean up your kitchen, then all of a sudden your kids will magically do it. But over the course of their life, they will learn how to do it. Does that make sense? Do y'all agree with me on that? And maybe I've just been lucky. And let me tell you, the jury is still out. I do not know that I have raised these children right. They're sweet kids. They do say please and thank you. And they mostly keep their rooms tidy. My big rule lately with their room, this has been my newest summer. This was my new summer thing this summer, is if I saw them playing on the iPad, I would always say, is your room clean? Because if you have time to be on that iPad, you have time to clean your room. And so that was just kind of the thing. So I don't know. That hopefully helps. Your kids are not cleaners and you're a clean nut. Amy, maybe I've just been lucky with my older ones then. It's not perfect, but my kids can't stand to have a whole lot of clutter. Maybe that's just innate. I don't know. And now I will say my husband is more of a clutter person, but he's even kind of come around to it. So maybe I'm just lucky. Maybe I'm lucky. That could be it. And they may have a hot mess of a room. I don't know. I don't know about that one. I could be wrong. Your kids clean now. They don't like to do it. You have physical disabilities, and they have to do it. You show your son how to clean. He can do laundry, too. Your granddaughter graduated in May. Catch another hug from the fellow. Oh, hi, Jennifer. Thank you for another Jackson Mama. It is so good. They will grow out of it. Kelly, that's true. I am so blessed. Have you read for 20 minutes? But I have a fourth grader, and we stress reading. Reading is huge. I'm actually reading Anne of Green Gables with my youngest right now. I have one that struggles with dyslexia, so reading is really hard in our house. Like, she struggles so much that if you take her into a library, she starts to get kind of like almost sick to her stomach. Like, it physically makes her ill because she just hates reading. So I try to encourage it, and honestly, I hate to say this, I'm thankful for Instagram. I think the kid has learned to read because of Instagram, because she has to. Where in my day, we would have had television, and it would have been totally different. Listen to me talking. In my day, way back then, one of your kids come home and organize the pantry. And that's true. Different kids are different. Like, my middle can organize the world. My youngest is not all that awesome. But I do think it helps. If you don't have any sense of stuff in your home, I do think it makes a difference. I just think your kids are watching you so much more than we think, for sure. And like I said, the jury is still out. My kids may very well be a mess. I probably shouldn't say anything ever, but I feel like it's been good. Your children prefer to have a clean room. They complain about cleaning other spaces. Your 3 boys aren't great at cleaning, but 2 tween girls. Girls are definitely better. Tina, the boys who are the huggers, you have some boys who are huggers. My boy yesterday, he just hugged me and he was thankful for me, and I thought, this is exactly what I've wanted. You don't have any clean closets left to clean out. Your girls loved that book when they were little. Christine, did they love Anne of Green Gables? I loved it when I was little, and so I started reading it with her, and it's been the best. You had all 3 of your kids in Barnes & Noble before they could walk. I did too, and like I said, I have 2 who love to read, and 1 who I literally think words hurt her eyes. It's just painful, but she does it, and she's learning, and she's a solid reader now, but it's painful for her. This mama just dropped yours at Bob Jones University on the 24th. Oh, Kelly, I cannot even imagine. So far, your 14-year-old is a complete opposite. 14 is too young. You will not know. I don't think you'll know what your kids are going to be like till they get a little older. So at 14, mine would not have been cleaners. But as they're getting older, like my 11-year-old, she's a mess. So I think it comes along the way. Anyways. Okay, so also, real quickly, if you are, now that we have kids back in school, if you feel like you need to kind of get your life together, if you click the link in the video, you can sign up for a free closet wardrobe challenge from frustration to functional. If you feel like you don't know what's in your closet, you're not happy when you go out to get dressed in the morning, you just don't feel like you're pulled together and you're struggling with that, oh my word, you are not alone. Click the link in the video to learn more about that. It's free and super easy to join. It won't hit me until he doesn't come home for a few nights. Oh, this was the other reason I'm not as sad. Let me tell you the other reason I'm not as sad, because this is a big one, especially for you mamas who have little guys. Like Becky, you just said you have 5-year-old twins. This is why it gets easier when they leave, at least for me. And maybe I won't feel this way next week. Y'all let me know. Y'all can come ask me next week. Are you still feeling that way, Laurie? Because we don't feel that way. Here's the reason it got easier. My boy is a sweet boy. We are not into video games in our house, so we don't have Fortnite or anything else. His friends have Fortnite. He likes to play Fortnite. He's an addicted. He doesn't play it all the time, but we just never have had it. And we've told him he could buy it. He's got plenty of money. Like, he's gotten gifts and stuff, but he's like, if I have to pick a gift, I'm never going to pick a video game. So here's the thing. He and his friends, they'll come here and they'll hang out here and play ping pong for a little while, and then they want to bop over to somebody else's house, and they want to bop over to this house. And especially in the summertime, they have the time for it. And they're good kids, and they're hanging out with great kids, and they're, from what I can do, being okay. But they want to stay out till 11 or midnight. I am tired. I want to go to bed. I cannot go to sleep until those children until everyone is in my house in the beds. I cannot sleep. I wake up at 4:45, 5 o'clock in the morning. I am so excited. My husband and I, we were in bed at 9:30 last night. The girls were tucked away. Everybody was happy. I am so glad to not have a teenager who is driving for at least the next year. So I have a year of vacation from staying up late with kids. My middle child is just not as outgoing, so I don't see her going out. Do y'all feel like that? Like, I am just plain old so excited to know that he is on campus. I don't know what he'll be doing on campus, but I know he won't be doing it in driving. Anybody else? It's like totally crazy. Yeah, so if anybody else feels like that, it is just a hard season and you get tired. And so, like I said, to be in bed at 9:30 last night, I was like, oh Lord, thank you, Jesus. Thank you. So there is some good in the bad stuff too. It is exciting for him. Kim, you said you missed if we ended up doing the challenge. We did. Okay, listen to my 5-day challenge. So how many of you guys joined us for our 5-day 100 item giveaway challenge, or 100 items a day for 5 days? I gave away, or I either gave away or threw away 100 items every single day for 5 days. Well, I did awesome that first week. I did even more awesome the next week. I didn't post about it because it took too much time, and it's hard to, I know it doesn't seem like it would take a lot of time, but it takes a lot of time to tell you guys everything that I'm keeping up with. But, so for another 5 days, I did the entire next week. Our house is so cleaned up, and it is just lovely and feels so tidy, and I love it. So that was exciting. Johanna, you said how to deal with an empty nest. It's been hard for you and your husband. When he goes somewhere that your husband thinks our kids would have loved, he will comment that, and it makes him miss your kids. Oh, Johanna, I am sure we will be there. I have not been there yet, so I'm not sure that I'm great to tell you how to do it. I will say, last night, we only had the girls, which for us feels like an empty nest. And so I went out and worked out. I think you have, I'm guessing, because I'm not there yet. So like I said, in 3 years, or 7 years, let's see, my youngest is, in 3 years when Caroline goes, I'll be a mess. In 7 years, I'll be a basket case when Reagan leaves. I know I will be. But I hope that I would be excited about what's coming. My sweet niece and nephew are newlyweds. They are in their late 20s, just got married, and they're traveling, having all kinds of fun. And I thought, you know what? Thankfully, we can do all those things. Plus, we have money now. Like, we didn't have any money when we started out, so we were newlyweds and we couldn't enjoy it. So I think, Andrea, you just said keep busy, volunteer somewhere, work out. I think that's a great one. Find things to do that you would have done. Imagine you are 27 years old and you can do whatever you want, and you may have hopefully a little bit more money than you had at that point. That's what I'm guessing. That's what I'm trying to live my life like. That's what I'm doing. Yeah. Diane, you said you need to do the 100 thing challenge just in your bedroom. It was amazing. I think I threw away like 5,000 things. Not really. I think I probably threw away 3,000 things. It was amazing. It was amazing. It was amazing. My house feels so good. It was such a good way to start. Yes, Kim, date again. Just imagine you're totally like newlyweds and you can do whatever you want. That's what's awesome. Like, I love that. Anyway, so hopefully that helps, guys. I am not as weepy a mess as I thought I would be. I'm excited for my kiddo. I'll be glad to hear from him whenever he texts me. He's texted a ton of times. Becky, that sounds amazing. Yeah. In 7 years, I'll have grandkids. Joy, if I have grandkids, not ready to go there. But I was thinking if I do, I was like, well, it'll just be another new fun cycle. How fun will that be? I can't even wait. I did think about that because I don't think he'll be ready in 7 years. I don't think so. I don't know. We'll see. It'll be interesting to see. Yes, to start with a clean slate is great. I think do things that I really do think of yourself as a 28-year-old. What would you do if you were 28 and you could do whatever and nobody's bugging you and you can eat ice cream whenever you want? Let me tell you, when I got home yesterday, I dropped the boy off at school. We had some salad for lunch. I was still hungry when I got home. I sat here in my house with my Halo Top ice cream, ate the whole thing because it was, I mean, really, the day I had just dropped off my kid, and I totally was so glad. You said the weekends, you went back to work full time, you work out 3 times a day, but the weekends are hard, Johanna. I bet that is hard. And like I said, Johanna, I've not been in that season yet. So I am praying that I can figure it out. But totally enjoy the ice cream all by yourself. Have ice cream for dinner because it doesn't matter. You don't have to feed them healthy food. You can just feed you. That makes me happy. I love that. I'm an ice cream lover. And only Halo Top. Halo Top's my thing. Anyways, you guys, I hope you have an amazing day. First grandbaby. What'd you just say? I want to see that. First grandbaby is life-changing. What'd you say? Higher level of love and joy. I'm not ready to be there yet at all. We are not ready for grandbabies here at this house, but when we do, I think it's going to be a blast. Where did you get those picture frames that look like boxes that were stacked on each of them of 3? Oh, Avina, I got those from the lady who did our pictures, who was our photographer. Yeah, I am all the ice cream, Andrea. All the ice cream. All of it. Okay, I hope you guys have an amazing day. I will be back tomorrow, probably being more purposeful than this. I just thank you guys so much for hanging out. You're on the couch all by yourself. It's weird when you miss your son. You know he's having a great day at school. My youngest was kind of weird today because she is now going to be gone at 7:15 instead of 8:30, and it's going to be weird to have them gone, but I think it's okay. You guys have an amazing day. I'm praying for you. Also, write down your prayer requests for your kids. I'd love to hear from you. Teresa, my favorite ice cream is Halo Top. Well, I'm on Halo Top. A couple other ones have come. I love Halo Top, mint chocolate chip, and birthday cake. I love this new one. I think it's Enlightened. I think it's called Enlightened. They're all the low, they're like the high protein, low calorie kind of stuff. And what's that one? What's the other one that I like? It's the Enlightened brand, and it's the sea salt caramel. Really yummy. Really yummy. Awesome ice cream. I should just, one day I could just do a whole Facebook Live talking about my ice cream. Thank you, Dar. I'm so glad I just got to sit and talk with you guys. We're not doing anything crazy fun, but I am thankful that we survived the day, and I'm going to go get back to work and hopefully find a few deals, and I will tell you guys about them later. You guys have an amazing day. I will see you tomorrow morning, I think, assuming everything goes well. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.